Hey,
Let's
what's
get
up?
it. I gotta word this young man because we in the store.
You understand?
Yeah, we live.
Oh my
Everybody say what's
goodness.
up. We live on
Ah,
Melrose. There we go.
oh my man.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Sam
hey.
over
I,
here.
I
Let's
was
get
just
it.
getting ready. I was just getting ready to tell him about you, man.
Talk to me.
Uh, you one of my favorites, man. I'm gonna tell everybody how we met first. And introduce you to him. We met at Carson High School.
Yes, we did.
I've been hearing about you though for a minute that you've been working with the kids.
Yup.
And when I got over to Carson, you were helping the football players get their grades together so that they
Yes,
could go to
sir.
college. We don't know how many guys you done got in college, but
Yeah,
I know
we ain't gonna.
I know
Yup.
one.
Yeah.
I know one in particular. My
Yes,
nephew.
sir.
My
Yes,
nephew.
sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I remember when you first started doing your shirts,
Yup.
and
You was there.
I'd already been doing my shirts for a couple years. I was probably like 12,000 shirts in when you started, and you asked me for some tips. You was like, man, Free, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do it like that. I said, yeah, well, go ahead, do your thing. The first thing you did, you got in a small store in Carson,
Yup.
and we had went away. I went on tour for a couple of months, and when I came back, you had took this thing to a whole nother level, man. And I'm proud of you.
Appreciate that, Free.
Uh, I'm proud of the way you did with Lil Man.
Yep.
You
We'll
know,
talk about that.
uh,
He's online right now. I want to send a shout out to the champ, Young King.
the
Everything we're doing
way
now.
the way that you took your brand and elevated it to a level that most people never think about getting to. I just wanted to let everybody know that before we get started, how much respect I got for you because I saw you, grow this thing from the ground, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
and I'm just amazed, man. And I had to take my hat off to you and wish you continued success and keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you. And that yellow thing you was in today, boy.
We had to take it back to the 80s, right, Free? You know
That
we
thing
good.
there, man. That thing there. And then
Ah.
when you roared, hey, when it roared when you took off, I
Yeah,
think you
yeah,
woke up the whole. I think you woke up the whole complex.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can hear me on
Yeah,
your end,
so
Free?
I hear you
You can
good.
hear me? Okay, perfect.
I hear you
Perfect.
good. I hear you
Well,
good.
first off, OG, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity. You know, we've created a great relationship for years now, and just on some, some real that we connected as just great human beings, as great humans, and everything you've done for my son in terms of the game that you actually passed on to him. I really appreciate that, especially father to father. There's a lot of jewels that you share with me as a father, and especially with the vegan diet that we spoke about that I passed on to him, because you and I know that health is wealth, right?
No
At the end
doubt.
of the
No
day,
doubt.
you know what I mean, with the way COVID went down, like that's what it should have taught, the world. That at the end of the day, you can have it all. You can even have that yellow thing that I pulled up in, but if you ain't got the health to go with it, man, it really don't even matter. You feel me?
Nah, nah. You
So,
right. You right.
yep, yep.
You
So
gotta be. You
again,
gotta be healthy.
you already
You
know
gotta
that.
be
You already
healthy.
know.
But you got more than just your health. I mean, you taking that thing to another level,
Yep.
man. Here you are. What store you in right now?
So we just launched on Melrose, and you and I know how big Melrose
Melrose.
was. Yes,
Melrose.
sir.
Did you say
Yep.
Melrose?
Yes,
That's
we
Beverly
did.
Hills, man.
Yes. So
Small time boy done made it to
all
Melrose.
right, here we are. Here we
Small
are.
time boy from
Yeah,
the island, man, done made it
yeah,
to
all the way to
Melrose, man, and
Mel.
used his mind.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
what's so cold. You didn't have nobody
Yeah,
to come and scoop you up, you know what I'm saying, and bless you.
yeah.
You took your own powers, your own energies, and you did that for yourself. I mean, really, what I heard you teaching them kids is what you did for yourself.
Absolutely. And again, as you know, Free, like we wouldn't pass on any jewels if it didn't work for us, right? And you and I have been big on the future, mainly because
Absolutely.
as tech hits, I talked about this yesterday in another live. Artificial intelligence starts to automate everything. How's the future going to look for our kids? You feel me? And
Right.
so they have to have certain skill sets that they're going to be able to succeed in 5, 10, 20 years from now. So that's why I spoke about teaching inner city kids about real estate and stocks and coding, because I believe the next Zuckerberg is going to come from the inner city. You feel me? So these are the skill sets that we want to pass on to the kids. And aside from that, again, healthy living, entrepreneurship, being able to have a strong business fundamentals. And not only that, like I've always told you, Free, you and I share a common bond in being able to be inclusive of all people. We can move in certain rooms. We're able to create relationships with various groups of people. And that's how we've been able to succeed thus far. So I saw that in you when you was able to volunteer your time with the kids at Carson High. You came over there and gave them that game, and I just appreciated that, right? And obviously, I picked your brain in terms of entrepreneurship, on how you was the best to do it. You feel me? Back in them days, right? How you was able to, you know what I mean? How you know, they said over
no
time
doubt.
how you was right, Free?
No doubt,
So,
no doubt,
you
no
know,
doubt, no doubt.
and I told him, I said, hey. I said, man, my man been top of the. He touched. They said he touched a couple bees in his time. You feel me? So
I touched
it's
a
only
lot. Hey, I touched
Free,
a lot.
right? It's
And
only
not
a matter
credit
of
cards.
time.
And not credit cards.
Right?
And not credit cards either.
Oh,
You know what
there
I'm
he is.
saying?
There he
You know what
is.
I'm saying?
There he is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna represent.
So
I'm gonna represent.
Free, I've always been enamored by your mind, and that's why every time we got together, I would ask those specific questions about, how you built the enterprise. But not only that, what you doing now. Like, some people had their run, but you don't hear from them again. And I
Right,
spoke
right.
about, I spoke about longevity. We playing the long game now, right?
Yeah,
So if you're a
yeah,
real
no doubt.
hustler, the key is how long can you stay in the game? You can have a cool, one hit wonder, but I'll never hear from you again, right?
1 year,
So our
1 year,
goal, 1 year, and that's it.
1 year, you the man.
You're the man, that's it. And you don't hear from them again, right?
And 5 years later, you don't know who we was. You don't know their
Right?
names.
You don't even know.
Yeah,
So my
no
goal,
joke.
again, as a father and as an entrepreneur, is to lay down them strong fundamentals. The young king, my son, the champ, he's tuning in from Washington right now. He had to go up. They training for football. We don't know where that is. You and I spoke about it. As a father, I'm concerned, mainly because what's going on with this COVID thing. You feel me? I got to make sure that his health is right for any football. The game don't really matter to me. It's his health first, right?
Right.
But not only that, as a father, having even played the game, I try to educate other fathers like, look, I played, so I know exactly what he's going through at that level, right? So my goal as a father is that I have to be able to lay down a fundamental foundation, a financial foundation for him after football is done. You and I know, Free, we can count how many people we know personally that took it all the way to the top and again came back to the hood with none.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, you've been laying it out for him from day one. You know, me and you talked about how you had it all planned for him.
Yep.
So when he got to college, like we knew before they changed these new rules, with players being able to make some money, you already said, well, when he go to college, he already got his business before he even get to college.
Yep.
So
and that
so
was
they
the
got to
goal.
deal with that. So they got to deal with that before he even get there. And I was like, damn, that's how you doing it? And you was like, yeah, Free, I'm gonna have him already doing business. I don't want him to get to college and then got to start a business. That's when you got issues.
Yep.
I think that's how you explained it to me.
That's exactly what I explained. Because again, Free, the conversation is different when you draft a player and he's already an owner. So now this isn't an endorsement anymore. Now we're talking in terms of a partnership. Because now you're talking to not only an athlete, but he's an owner. He actually owns assets, right? So that conversation is different. You and I know that. That conversation is different. So my goal was to make sure that he owned assets. So once he signed, he know exactly where to move the paper. You know how it is. They sign, and all of a sudden you come across a boatload of money. They have no business fundamentals. They don't have no financial literacy. Now all of a sudden you just moving money anywhere. And as
The
fast as it
agent,
came, the agent is gone.
the
Yeah,
agent take care of
right.
it.
He
The
take care
agent
of
take
all of
care of
that.
everything. Yeah,
They run
yeah.
the
You don't
game
have
like
no
that.
say so. Well,
None.
I had another partner who got his son got drafted this year,
Okay.
second round. I think he was like number 3 or 4 in the second round, and the agent told the son not to even talk to the daddy.
Yeah. Great. It's cold game. You not know free cold game. You know how it is,
So
right?
so so if you don't have your people right, they won't even own you no more. Not only will
Yep.
they not
There
own
go
their
the fam right there.
community.
Say what's up. Say, hey, there go
Hey,
free. Yeah. All the fam came all the way out to Melrose, man. Shoot. They got it.
I
Yeah.
already
The rest
know
of them, yeah.
every
The
every
rest of them got
time
to stand outside. Yeah. Go
every
ahead.
time you do one of them store openings, the whole community come out.
Man, you
It's
know that
like
again.
it's like it's like this, y'all like this here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, every time I ain't been to none of your signings, and and even one time I come there like an hour late, and they were still
And so
there supporting.
that, but again, free going back to us as fathers and making sure that the business fundamentals is right, making sure that the assets is right for the young ones, making sure that their mind is right, especially when they come across that type of finance. There goes the filthy rich. There go the filthy rich right there with
What's up
praise.
with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, get it. Let's get it. So everybody
Yeah.
pulling up to the store free. Everybody, man, we just elated to actually be able to bring the brand from where you saw it. You was there. I brought you. Hey, you came right out to the city of Carson. You know that free. You said, "Bye, I'll be there." And the hood came out, and they were like, "Man, free here." And I said, "Man, that's just a good human being right there." That's why I always told you that we connected just off some just genuine relationship. But
Oh, no doubt.
another thing is the part that in terms of building relationships, most kids, especially from the inner city, don't know how to do that, right? Being able to
Oh no,
articulate your,
no,
being
because
able to,
they parents don't know how to do it.
yeah, because the parents
See,
don't know.
one
Go
of the
ahead.
things that I figured out when I was in prison, man, is that my mom's dad was a sharecropper.
Wow.
So when you that close, I mean, that's real close to slavery.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You're only talking about 2 generations from slavery, maybe. Maybe my grandfather might have even touched slavery a little bit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you come from that, then I used to wonder, man, why my grandfather had so many kids. My
Yep.
grandfather had 24
Wow.
kids.
Wow.
So what I figured out is that he was practicing what the slave masters practiced.
Wow.
Because if you have a lot of kids, now you got a lot of cotton pickers. So that
Wow.
means more money coming into the house.
Got it.
I mean, I
Wow.
mean, I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yep.
Have a lot of kids, so you got a lot of people to pick cotton for you
Yep.
until they get grown. Because they're not slaves, but
Yep.
until they get grown, because my mom's didn't go to school part time.
Yep.
She had to go pick cotton part half of the year. Half of the year they go pick cotton, half of the year they go to school. So we weren't that far from slavery, so we have to really, and that's why I'm so patient with our community, man. I have to be patient with them because I understand what we've been through
Yeah.
and how we were taught. So most of them don't know how to communicate. Just like you
Yeah.
saying, they don't have somebody like you teaching little man. You
Yeah.
teaching him all this stuff because he wouldn't know if he didn't have you.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean, he probably could be a gang member,
You're so right. You're so right,
but
free.
he got good people in his corner
Yep.
that put him on this track. I mean, I remember, I think when me and you first started hanging, he was like 12 years old, and you start telling me right then, like it was almost like you was reading out of a book. Oh, he
I
gonna
was
do
telling you.
this,
Yep.
he gonna do that, he gonna go to Bourbon Day, he gonna
Yep.
go here. Then once he go there, we're gonna have a bin war on which college he gonna go to.
Yep.
And you had everything already laid out for him. So all he had to do was really pick up the book and just follow the instructions.
Absolutely.
And and
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. And you're so right in terms of being able to have a father figure in the kid's life to be able to guide them. And so I was fortunate enough again to have gone through the process my son is going through, right? But when I saw
Right.
that he was passionate about playing football, obviously having played, I was like, man, you know, we could do baseball, we could do golf, you know, because again, as the father, you're the protector. But he's like,
Right.
nah, and I started to see, I tested him. I started to see, as you know, at the end of the day, just like tennis. Like I started to see, okay, you're gonna do the extra work, you're gonna go out there and work out on your own. When I started to see that he had the talent and the work ethic early, that's how I knew we had something. So as he started to go, I said, you know what? He may have a shot at this, right? So as he started to work his way up, as you know, he started getting busy. Took him to modern day, he got busy, and I told you the plan. Free, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get these offers, get these scholarships, and we're gonna get up out. We're gonna get to the next level. He's gonna put up
Right.
that tape, and then we're gonna go to the highest level. But prior to that, mind you, I had to groom him. There's leadership qualities I have to raise him by, because in my mind, once he's done with football, right, we passing on the assets to him. You feel me?
Correct.
So that's the goal, because you can pass on wealth, but if they don't actually have the financial stability and the fundamentals, they blow it all.
Like so many of them do.
Yep.
So many of them we see in great positions and have everything that we think they have everything going for them, and they blow it off. I mean, we saw guys, you know, blow $14, $15 million, $20 million a year contracts, and as if it didn't mean nothing to them,
Yep.
and get on drugs and
Yeah.
you know, get out there and start gang banging, you know, 30
Yeah.
years old and start gang banging and carrying guns and shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, literally shooting themselves, not just shooting themselves in the foot, but literally, I don't know guys who shot themselves in the foot, you know what I'm saying, who was making, you know, $20 million a year. So to have somebody like you in their corner, and not just him, because he ain't the only one that got you.
Yeah.
All of them kids at Carson High School got you.
Yeah.
And I can imagine anywhere you run into anybody else at, I'm sure you share the wealth with everybody that you run into.
Free, you know, you and I are one and the same. I had to. It's my responsibility, right? If I know I have this game, I have to pass it on, knowing that it's going to help the next person, especially the younger generation, because I know what they were up against. I know that the skill set that they had, that they lacked. So I knew exactly what I had to supply. The problem is, Free, is by the time they got to me at Carson High, sometimes it was too late, because you know how it is with bad habits.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So you knew when you saw the program that I had with them. You walk in the room, I shut the lights off, they start to meditate. There was a mantra that we did right before everything started, Free. You already knew what I had, because I had them here. But the problem is this. They're able to listen to me, but the problem is they still got to go home to that. So there's no consistency. I'm over here teaching health and wealth, right? And family and hard work, but then they go home to that. That's the problem, because now there's a disconnect. You feel me? With my son, it's different. It's different because when I'm with my son, it's every day. So he sees the work ethic, he sees the grind, he sees it all. They go, no, Richard's finest right there.
And he got to come home. What's up, Rich?
Yeah.
I see you got that mask on, Rich.
He do.
Yeah, we all got to practice.
Yep.
We all got to practice. That's the only way we're going to get through this thing, man. We got to be smart. And being smart just is so much better, man, when you smart. You know, it's like, come on, y'all. We got to get smart. We got to start using our heads. We can't just stay out here and keep doing the same old dumb shit that ain't never worked. And you know, man, that's why I'm so glad, man, that we friends.
Free, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question.
How
important is work ethic to you?
Number one.
Why?
Number one. Well, because even if you make mistakes, if you got the work ethic will make up for mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You might slip and fall, but you got that work ethic to get up right back up and try it again. Work ethic will teach a person who can't read how to read. It will show a person who can't run how to run. I mean, it's everything. You know, you know, I remember when Little Man was a little skinny kid. You know, and I seen him develop into this dude with all these muscles where he looked like he's a bodybuilder. and I know that all that came from that work ethic that you have, and you know, like I'm trying to instill that in my little ones right now. You know, they play tennis, but I still want to instill that work ethic. You know how important it is to you know my one of my favorite books, The Richest Man in Babylon. It says make work your best friend. It said
That's correct.
embrace work, embrace it, and endure it, treasure it, and you know, and that's what I try to do. I try to take that, embrace it, and just do the best I can with it. You know, and once you do the best you can, you don't have to worry about nothing else
But
because
not but
you've
not
done it.
not only that, Free, again, as a father, that it's what you do that speaks more volumes than what you say, right? So when the kids see you and your work ethic, it's more than it's what they're seeing you do versus what you say. You get what I'm saying? It's the example that you put out for him. And that was different with my son, is because he saw me grow. He saw us get up and go and work and put it in every single day. So after a
Yeah, he was.
while, the kid, he picks it up and he's like, look, I'm gonna do exactly, because I see it. I physically see him do this.
I know
You
this
feel
what
me? It
we're
was an
supposed to be doing.
example. Yeah. Let me
And
ask you this. Another.
the wife is
Go ahead.
right there too. She
She's
right there
right
too.
there. Very supportive.
The
Free, let
whole
me ask you
family.
this. Explain making 70,000 decisions in one tennis match. Explain that. Because I think the listeners need to hear that. Because in my mind, I'm thinking if I could do 70,000 decisions in a split second time, you're never going to do that in everyday life, right?
Oh no,
Not
oh no,
70,000, not 70,000.
and you know, I appreciate having the opportunity to play tennis has meant so much to me, you know, and I was wondering, you know, how you be like, man, I wonder why I'm so much different than my brothers. You know,
Yeah.
why do I think differently than my bro? You know, because my brothers is like, and sometimes I wonder, you know, why can I be like them? You know, why can I just be like, I'm gonna go in the back room and I'm just gonna watch TV all day and lay in the
Yeah.
bed
Yeah.
and just enjoy life. You know what I'm saying, like that. But with me, I'm always, I want to do better. I want to get better. I want to do better. I want to get better. I want to learn more. I want to be smarter. And the only place that I think it could come from is from tennis, man. I had went out to a tennis camp at UCLA, and the coach was telling the students that in one tennis match, you make over 70,000 decisions
Wow.
in one single tennis match. And after I thought about it, I understood exactly what it means. And in football, you make a lot of decisions too.
Yeah.
You make a whole lot of decisions because you got
In
to
seconds.
read in
Yep.
seconds. You got to read every player on that field. You got to look at his feet, look at his
Yep.
turn. What is he gonna do? What is he thinking? So in a lot of sports, we make a lot of decisions, but we may not be able to equate that into actual being able to think and comprehend what we're doing. But we definitely make a lot of decisions in our life, and tennis has definitely helped me become the critical thinker that I am today. And that's why, you know, I can run 6 or 7 businesses, you know, maybe not
Absolutely.
all at the same pace. You know,
Yep.
like I say, when you started the t-shirt business, I was ahead of you. But now
Yeah.
you like, hey, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? You my
Now
man.
we feeding off each
Hey,
other.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, you shot past me like a bolt of lightning. You know what I'm saying? You went from boom, from 0 to 60 real fast. So if you focus on one goal or a particular goal and you put your energy into it, you're going to get the kind of results that you got because you were more focused on your t-shirt business than I was. I was loosely doing t-shirts and then I'm
Yeah.
doing the marijuana and then I'm doing cars and you know I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm doing 60 different things. So but to see how your focusness has gotten you on
Yep.
Melrose
Look at that. Look at that
and
love right there. Look at that love right there. Yeah. Look at yes, sir.
because you know there's people that's been
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you know we know people who've been doing t-shirt lines for the longest and they still not in one department store. You know, it ain't easy.
Yeah,
It ain't easy
it's
getting in
not.
no department store.
Yeah.
Not
But
easy.
again, it's not free. But what I want to emphasize too is that, once again, relationships, right? Being able to build relationships with people within a specific industry that you're going to go into, and be able to nurture that relationship and then when there's an opportunity, you seize it. But the problem is once again, when the kids they can't articulate their opinion in a certain way in which they can land the deal because they were never taught to do it by example, right? They didn't have someone
Right.
they didn't have someone in the home to actually teach them actually how to articulate the opinion in a professional way. They go to fam right there. Trey, turn around. There we go. Yep, right there. Yep, the little one right there.
What up? What
It's
up?
coming. But what I'm saying is they didn't have someone in the home to be able to say, hey, when you meet someone of importance or someone you want to build a relationship, these are the steps you take. You walk up to them, you shake their hand, you introduce yourself with confidence. You ask for their information. If you could follow up with their phone number or email, is it possible if I can intern for you to actually learn exactly how you got there? That takes confidence though, Free, right? That
Now, when
takes
you say
confidence
when
for the person to actually do that. Go ahead.
absolutely. Now when you say intern,
Yep.
interns sound like something like you working for free.
Oh, hey, you got to get it out there. Hey, if this is what you really want, Free, especially in this day and age, unfortunately, a lot of kids are entitled. They feel like, man, they should just be given to them. But I didn't raise my son that way. He knew that whatever he had to get, he had to work for
He
free,
had to, for
right?
free.
For
Yeah,
free,
I mean, in high school, he had to play for free. He had to go in the weight room for free. In college, he had to do it for free.
you got it, right? So,
Yeah.
again, it goes back to how bad do you actually want it? We have kids that
Well, you
come
know,
to the shop. Yeah, we got kids that come to the shop, and they
oh, the shop,
automatically like, oh,
y'all got the
if
shop over there booming. Hey, y'all got the shop over there
man,
booming. You can't even get in there no more, man. Hey, I used to. Hey, y'all got so much stuff going on over
hey,
there now at the
hey,
shop. And by the way,
hey,
y'all, they are the ones that print
yep,
my stuff for me.
yep.
This is where I go
Now,
and get all my t-shirts printed up. My hoodies, my embroidery done on my hoodies is done right there. You know what I'm saying?
man, I appreciate
Give them the
that,
name.
Free.
Give them the name of the shop, man. So
We
somebody else
we
might
we
want to
had
get some stuff
yeah
done.
we had
I'm
1145 East Dominguez in Carson. 1145 East Dominguez in Carson. So come there, F2 Manufacturing, pull up, we get it all, we can knock it all down. But again, the question, the what I want to emphasize, Free, is, and I spoke about this on IG Live yesterday. People ask why I went into apparel. First off, love apparel, love how you be able to express yourself. But before I got into it, I actually studied the business model, right? Being able to understand exactly what the business model of being an apparel is, whether it be on the manufacturing side, actually manufacturing screen printed direct to garment embroidery, or on the clothing line side. So what I noticed is said, hey, I want to be able to own the whole supply chain. And that's exactly what we did. We brought it all under one roof. So everything that we print for, that t-shirt that Freeway is wearing right now, we actually printed that ourselves. And we take pride in that, right? To be able to do that. Oh, so again, being
the
able to
embroidery.
understand embroidery and
The
be understand
embroidery.
your, go
They're
ahead.
doing embroidery everything. You got two brand
Everything.
new machines, two
Free.
brand new $100,000 embroidery machines. Man, come on,
hey,
stop it,
hey,
man.
hey, everybody,
Hey,
hey, we got it
stop it,
clicking like
man.
the 80s. Free, I tell Free all the time, we got it clicking like the 80s.
Hey, hey, y'all, they ain't playing over there, man. My man off the change, man. He got the formula. So y'all already know this is what this all about, bringing game to you. So that's why I
Absolutely.
brought my man to you, because I knew that he would enlighten y'all on some game. Uh, uh, I mean, one of y'all you might have a son that you want to get in the NFL. You might have a daughter that you want to go to the Olympics. My man got the game. He know how to do it. He knows what it takes, and that's what it's all about.
Free, I definitely want to tell all the parents, especially the parents that's watching, right? Again, as we raise our kids in this day and age, it's very, very essential to be able to first off build that confidence in the kids instead of them getting it from from the outside, making sure that they build their confidence, man, because whatever that they're actually going to go into, it has to be taught in the home. And that's why I take pride in as a father, you know, with my son and everything he's done thus far, because he's going to go off. And you know, this at the end of the day, too, Free, it's him being a great human being. And that's the most important thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Outside
Absolutely.
of all the, you know, the sports and all that, just
if you ain't a great human being, if you ain't a great human being, you're just a piece of it.
Yeah, you already know. You already know, Free. And that's why it's really at the essence of who you are as a person. That's why you still around. That's why you still relevant. That's why you still going to do great things. That's why you still inspiring me, right? As an OG, you still giving me that game to this day, and I still get to ask you these questions of how you build certain things and how you build those relationships, because again, that inspires me. And because of that inspiration from Carson in 2014, come on, Free, we in Melrose. Look at that, man. Come on, man. Huh?
Well, you know, you still my man. Hey, you still my little brother, man. That
you
I'm
already
proud
know
of.
That.
You still a little brother, and I'm proud of, man. And we're gonna keep it like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
and,
man.
Until I get one of them yellow things. Hey, you gonna make me go get one of them yellow things.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't never wanted one of them. Hey, I ain't never wanted one of them, but now I see that. Oh, woo. I said, wait.
Tell the listeners what you got on the plate, Free. You know, like we talk about. Tell them everything that you got going on right now.
Oh man,
well, not too much though. Not too much.
Matter of fact, tonight, you know, we got Jay Morrison coming on tonight. Right. Jay Morrison just raised $12 million. Jay Morrison been to prison, was a crack dealer, got out, got himself together, and he gonna be coming on tonight showing us how he raised $12 million off the muscle. I got the movie. I'm doing the movie. Everybody already know about the LA Kingpin lick.
Oh, there it is.
You know, we got the LA Kingpin.
There it is.
We got that going on. You know, we got the pre-rolls is getting ready to hit the streets here in a minute. I'm in here. I've been in here fixing the pre-roll packages all weekend. What else we got going on, man? I got the books. You know, I got the books. I got both books.
And again, we
got both books.
We get We're giving it.
There it is.
There it is. The shoppers. Hey, this made it out to Melrose.
That's how we support each other. You see that? That is. Right? Support.
We're giving the game out here. Man. Hey, to all the first shoppers, all the first customers right here on Melrose, shopping for Island Ave, you get a free book. You get that game from the OG. You want to learn the game, you get it here.
Go get it. You know, I tell my people all the time that we got to support each other, man. We got to support each other. And, you know, that's how we've been doing.
You already know.
Just keep pushing. Remember, I was in New York one time. I had on your shirt. And
yes, you did.
We took them pictures on the stairs. Hey,
yes,
we took some dope pictures up there. Yeah. I said, man, look at these pictures. I just happen to have on your shirt, man, supporting, you know, because, you know, I really don't wear no whole lot of people's clothes.
No, I know.
You ain't going to catch me with no Nike. You ain't catch me with no Nike on, no Adidas, no.
We don't own that.
No Gucci, no Louis. And I ain't support nobody don't support me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If you don't support me, I ain't going to support you. I ain't mad at you. But I'm going to support who support me. And that's the way I keep telling everybody that we have to be like that, man. We have to support the ones that's going to support us. Stop just giving your stuff away. Stop going chasing people who don't want you, who don't want you around. You know what I'm saying? When you got people who love you, you got people like you who going into schools teaching their kids for free. They ain't giving you a dime for that, man. You just doing it on the muscle. You just doing like the intern. Yeah. But from doing that, all of these blessings are coming back to you.
You
now
know that,
on Melrose. Now you in Orange County at the mall.
Right. You know that, but that's you know how it works. You know how it works. You put out that good energy, it always comes back. But you always know we've always had a heart for the kids because again, that's our future. So if no one ends up giving back the game to them, you can't blame them for it, right?
No.
We talk about financial literacy and entrepreneurship, but if no one's giving them the game, like Jay Morrison gonna come on tonight about that he's gonna give them the real estate game.
He's gonna give them that real estate game.
how to take the steps from going from where he came from to where he is now. I'm on, and I'm giving the game of how we made it to Melrose. We literally going live in Melrose. Oh, hold on real fast, Free. Right across the street, that building right there, literally right across the street, that's Mark Jacobs. Come on. Come on, Free. Right?
Yeah.
And your book is right. Your book is right here with us.
Right here with you.
Right.
Thank
Man,
you. Thank you for taking it up there.
You already know. That was already automatic.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know how long it's gonna take me before they invite me to Melrose. Hey, they might overlook me. You know, I'm too radical for them. You know, I got that background. You know, I got a background with me, so you know they be a little more leery about me. You got a background, Freeway. But I ain't mad at you, cause my man gonna get me there.
Yeah, you already know. You are wherever I'm at. You know you there. You know that.
Just give me a hand up.
Yes,
I don't want
sir.
no handouts.
No,
I don't want no hands out. I ain't gonna take no handout. You can't give me you can't give me no handout. I refuse to take a handout, but I will take a hand up.
Yes, sir. You already know that. You already know that.
No doubt, man. So what else you got going on? I know you ain't gonna just stop with the clothes. You know, I know you're gonna take that. Once that gets to a certain level, you're gonna jump on something else.
Absolutely. So we started. We got 11 doors throughout the United States. Melrose was the first one in this distribution channel. So we got Caesar's Palace. They got another store there. We got Chicago. We got New Jersey. We got Virginia. We got up north, Palo Alto. We got Houston and Austin. So the product is going to go there. The next play is we're going to run the podcast through all their doors. So we're going to film live in store throughout the United States. That's the next goal.
Right. That's
be able to not only sell the apparel, but also run the podcast and give them the game throughout the country. That's the next move. And at the same time, manage the actual manufacturing. I want to show you because we live. I want to show you, like, there it is.
Let us see.
There it is. Got the bag. Got that. There it is.
Man, y'all see
you got that?
Y'all see
you got that one on right now, Free.
That's the one I got on right now.
Oh, we got that one. We got that. We got that Sade.
Woof.
Right?
My man. Now you know what I've been wanting to talk to you about, man. I've been wanting to talk to you about little man going back to college because I've been worried about that. You know, with the coronavirus. With the coronavirus, they're gonna be tackling each other. Ain't no way you can social distance when you got to tackle the running back. And you know he gonna be tackling everything that come across that line.
Everything that moved. He hit everything that moved.
Hey, he might be the best defensive player in the Pac-12 this year. And that's what we looking for. We looking for that. And we looking for that first round. We looking for that first round. That's what we want. Tell nephew, I say that's what I want. The first round. I want the first round.
And you remember, Free, you were telling him from day one. You going first round. You going first round. You told him from day one. Right?
That's all I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be disappointed if he don't go first round. And maybe top 10. Maybe top 10.
Yeah.
We might even get top 10. So with all that being said, it's a lot at stake, both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we know that in them piles you can't be social distancing and people gonna be on top of each other and all that. So how you feeling about that?
So first off, as soon as this thing broke out and we knew, again, having played, I understand that a lot of the money's being made off the backs of our kids, right? Their whole business model is based off of our kids, right? So he understands, my son understands that it's his health is our major priority. The game comes second, third, whatever, right? So I took the initiative to be able to speak to the coaches myself and say, look, I need to know exactly what controls you guys have in place to make sure that this thing is managed. But the problem still remains is because football is a close contact sport, you can't manage it. How can you manage it?
Hold up. Can I ask you something right there? So you call the coaches?
Oh yeah.
Washington State, one of the top colleges in the country. One of the top colleges in the country. You picked up the phone and called a coach and got him on the phone.
I got him on the phone. Like this. Hey, well, hold on. I'm the father. I got something to say.
And then you start asking him questions. Because, you know, a lot of people, I got a lot of friends who kids go to college and play football.
Yeah.
But they feel like it's like a privilege for their kid to be at the school and whatever the coach say, they go for it.
Nah, you can't. Again, you may think that the coaches have your best interest in mind, but at the end of the day, they have a job. The only reason why I know that, again, I played. I graduated UC Berkeley. I played like on a full ride scholarship. So having gone through it myself, I understand that these men have jobs, and in order for them to continue to have a job, they got to win. So they got to do whatever it takes what's in their best interest, not your son. They may tell you that good game because he's highly recruited and, you know, he got 100 offers, but once they sign him on, you part of the cattle. So I understood that what my son was going to go through. So I made sure that all these coaches, I addressed it. I addressed it with every single one of them, and all the way from when he was playing young all the way up. Like, you can't run the game because I went through it. So what game you gonna run? You feel me? So I made sure that if there was any issues, I'm on the phone with them and said, you got to explain to me how my son's going to be safe out there. So right now, honestly, everything is kind of day to day because no one knows what's going to happen. So we're literally on the phone day to day to make sure that he's safe. So that's technically how I feel about it all. Obviously, as the young gun that has so much passion for the game, he want to go. He's in go mode. But as a father, again, I got to make sure that his health is protected because that comes first, right?
Well, you know, go ahead.
No, that comes first, and that's what COVID taught us. Like right.
And that's the thing about a lot of these young kids, even with the ones who don't play sports. Oh, it ain't gonna hurt me. You know, I'm invincible. You know, even with the picketers, with the protesters, and the whole 9 yards. They feel like they're invincible, so they need somebody to oversee and to have their backs where they slipping at, you know, because a lot of times they're young, they slip in those areas. Oh, it ain't gonna bother me, I ain't gonna get it. So to have a father like you who's so intertwined with their career and not only that, but knowing what's supposed to be done, you know, is definitely a blessing. And more parents, I hope that they listening to what you're saying and they take heed to that.
And again, at the end of the day, you know, Free, the real success is the long game. It's the game of life. Because you can have a great career, and especially in football. Your career is done 23, 24, even 25. You're lucky if you go with a 30. But in real life, 30, you just starting to live.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my goal is to make you're still a baby. You're still a baby making mistakes. So my goal is to make sure that by the time he's done with football, the transition from sports to life is a smooth transition. Because most of the guys that I play with, as you know, they're the man their whole life, and then it's done. And then that fall from grace is the part that they can't handle.
Yeah.
Because when you're the man your whole life, and then all of a sudden you got to stand in line like everyone else at Starbucks, you ain't feeling that.
Huh.
Right?
Well, most people don't know about that.
Yeah. So that's
most people never been the man, so they don't know what it's like.
They don't know. Right?
They have to deal with that.
And so I'm preparing my son because he already felt that he getting with it as a person off the field, but on the field. He has that attention. But I tell him, again, at the end of the day, once we transition to life, there won't be a fall. It's gonna be a seamless transition. And that's the ultimate goal. Because the real game is life. Football is just one chapter, and it's like 1,000 chapters. That window opens and it closes. And I warned every kid at the study hall at Carson High. I said, I've warned them for you. Remember, I said, look, these coaches don't have your best interest in mind. You go over there and you build relationships because all y'all ain't going to the league. Oh, hey, coach, I'm going. I said, okay. I said, I've seen this before. And some of them, again, they would have SC, UCLA. Hey, coach, you see me there? And every time I called him, I said, hey, did you get that? Meaning, did you build those relationships? Did you get those business cards? And you and I know. The alumni from UCLA and USC run LA.
Run LA.
They want to be by you. They want to take the picture. So why not, why not take the business card? Why not follow up with them and say, hey, can I stop by your business? Can I get to know you? Can we have lunch? There's nothing illegal about that. You're just building a relationship. But most kids, again, you got to be, why you the man?
Why you the man?
But remember, remember, it only lasts while you the man. Because once it closes, you can't go back and pick up the phone. They're not going to pick up the phone.
Man, I tried to tell this fighter who was a world champ. He had 2 belts. I said, man, you better take advantage right now.
Right now.
Go to the bank. Tell the bank president that you the man. Let him know. Take your pictures with the belts. Wear your belt inside the bank. And they don't do it. They don't I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it after boxing. Ain't gonna be no after boxing if you don't have nothing going on.
I got one for you, Free. I got a nephew. Won't mention his name, right? Up at Oregon. Okay. I said, okay. So he goes, I saw that picture that you took. I said, did you get the connect? He took a picture with Phil Knight. Okay, Free?
Wow.
I said, did you get the connect? And he said, next time. What would you say, Free?
Might not be no next time. Might not be no next time. Michael Jordan don't even get to take pictures with Phil Knight.
Right.
He probably don't take Michael Jordan's calls. So if you get a picture with him,
but Free, it has to be taught. That's what I'm saying. It has to be taught because most kids think like, oh, I'm gonna see him next week. They don't understand that there's power in the room, and if you build this relationship, it can last forever. And then even after he told me that, I said, look, this is what I need you to do. I need you to send him an email. I need you to follow up. Unfortunately, he didn't know how to do that. I literally created an email. All you need to do is cut and paste it. I'll fly you up there. I'll go up there and you know what I mean? I'll walk you through. But once again, it goes back to the home, Free. You have to teach the kids on how to build these relationships. So when they walk in the room, they know how to seize the opportunity. Most kids don't know how to do that. Fortunately enough, my son had seen me through my example. In the rooms, in the boardrooms we've been in, from the boardroom to the hood, he already knows.
Yeah.
Right? He already know how to move. He already know how to articulate himself in different rooms, right? To be able to close the deal. He know that, but he had to be taught. And if you don't have someone to actually teach you that, there's no way the kid's going to learn that, right? No way.
Our grown-ups and the grown-ups,
Free.
Some of the grown-ups got to learn it.
You're right, exactly. I told little man, young King, years ago, I said, Chan, we finna be on Melrose. We used to drive up here. We're going to be in Tilly. I told him this, Free. We were speaking in man. We was manifesting it. And
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah, we got it out the
That's
mud.
how you got to do it. You got to manifest it.
You already know.
You got to see yourself there.
You got to see it. You already know that, Free.
You got to want it. You got to want it.
Not only you got to manifest it and say it, you got to go over there and put in the work right after you say it. You feel me? That's what we did. That's what we had to take the risk. We had to make the sacrifices, just like you did. There was a lot of stuff that I actually got from you just by your example. You didn't know, but when we first met, again, I'm observant of everything, just like you are. Yeah. How does he carry himself in certain rooms? What type of words does he use? How does he stand? Does he talk with confidence? I observed all this when I first met you, because I'm doing the same thing when I'm in these other rooms, right?
Right.
There's all these other cues that if you understand how to read somebody, you can figure it out. And you know that, Free. You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You gotta have. If you don't have confidence in yourself, why should anybody else have confidence in you?
Right.
Why should they believe in you when you don't believe in yourself? So the first person that you gotta sell your idea to is yourself. And a lot of times people don't do that. They just thinking that, oh, this is a way I can get some money. But no, you don't really believe that. You don't really feel that. You haven't put the dedication, the time that it takes to make that a success. And you know, the game that you're dropping with us today, man, is awesome, man. And I appreciate it, you know, and we all wish you continued success. How can everybody get in touch with you?
They can follow the brand at Island Avenue, ISLANDAVENUE. We're now in Melrose, 8406. If you're in the Melrose area, come down here and support. Use the promo code Melrose and get 15% off. And you can also follow the website, islandnavla.com. We just launched the Let's Set Sell collection and the Melrose collection, man. Hit your boy there. Appreciate you, OG, for everything you've done for me. You already know that. On behalf of us and the fam, the whole city of Carson, the whole Samoan community, you already know. You already know.
We going to Hawaii. Hey, we going to Hawaii.
You already know. You already know you got family in Hawaii. You already know that.
Tell little man when this thing over, I'm going to come to Washington and hang out with the team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know I will.
All right. Peace out.
Okay, Free. Be cool now.
All right. Yeah, y'all, that's one of my close friends. Been that way since we met. You know, I just love good people, man. People who share. When I met this guy, he was sharing game with people who look like me and you. Yeah. And we need that. You know, we need each and every one to continue to share the wealth. And I hope y'all go out and support his product because he makes some good stuff. High quality. You know, one of the things that I talked to him about when we first met was that I use really high quality t-shirts because I thought that it was important and that people like quality. Even if you sell it a little cheaper than everybody else, they like high quality material. So I recommend that to him and he took it to heart. Hey, don't forget today we got Jay Morrison coming on. I hope everybody tune in. The brother gonna be dropping game. That's gonna be on the Zoom channel. It should be posted on my page. And that's what it do, man. I'm feeling good about everything. We're gonna make it happen. I need y'all help. Let's get it.